Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Freaky Tales. And today I'm rocking solo. We'll have a special guest here on Sunday. So hopefully he doesn't reschedule, but it's somebody that I've been looking forward to. So I'll be looking forward to Sunday. Other than that, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to the Dr. Green Thumb show. I posted it on the Freaky Tales page. I posted it on the community. Hopefully you guys tuned in. If you guys haven't tuned in, you could definitely go check it out. It's on Be Real TV, BREAL TV. And it was Wednesday, and we had a great time. Now, somebody said, Tony, how come you didn't go live after Be Real's, episode, on Wednesday? And I'm going to tell you why. I never day drink, okay? When I do drink, it'll be on the weekends, and I'm home. Like, I don't bar hop. I don't go out, doing that mess. If I'm going to drink on the weekends, I'm going to be home, okay? But that day, he wanted to drink, and I'll tell you what we were drinking. He wanted Grey Goose vodka with some pineapple juice and a splash of Red Bull. I guess that's his drink, and we brought it, and I must have drank about 4 of those bastards. Like, honestly, it was actually really good, and with ice and stuff like that. And I made Be Real one, I made E-Zone one, but E-Zone gave me his number, so I'm gonna have E-Zone here on Freaky Tales. I'm gonna have Be Real here eventually to talk about his paranormal stories. Supposedly he has a man living upstairs in his podcasting room, so hopefully you guys will tune in for those. But if you guys didn't get a chance, definitely go check out Be Real TV with me and High C, as we promised. Other than that, you know what? I was trying to go live Thursday because I missed Wednesday, but I just said, let's just take it to Freaky Friday, and then we'll go Sunday as well. So I'm trying to keep these things going, even though we're still in September. For me, I celebrate Halloween September and October. Tomorrow, I'll be, I believe as planned, I'll be the Universal Horror Nights. So that's where I'll be at. And then I'll be back Sunday to talk about it. And during the week, I'm not sure what day it is, I'll be out of town. And so I'm going to try to do Freaky Tales sometime during next week. But just on my schedule is everywhere since I've been focusing in on myself and my career. And so far, so good. So I want to thank everybody who supports us, supports me. Everybody who's in the live chat, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat. We have a pretty good one today. This is something, I was going to go off on a whole different other topic, but today I decided to go this route because I had a dream. Most of you guys know that who have been following me for quite some time, I dream often, and usually I dream like in 4K. I used to say high definition, but like in 4K. And many times I've had dreams where I know in my dream I'm dreaming, but this dream was about a loved one. And so I want to share it with you guys. So before I go into my notes, let me just tell you guys my experience today. I had somewhat of a busy day today, but after my workout today, I went ahead and ran some errands, came home, took a shower, decided to take a nap because ever since I changed my habits, I've been getting up early, sometimes 5:30, whether it's just to do laundry, whether it's just to run some errands around the house, whatever. I get up early now, and I take upon a lot. You got to make yourself very, very productive, okay? Honestly, because time is everything. That's one thing you will never get back is time. So you have to be very productive with your time. So I've been waking up early. I've been taking these old man naps when I get home from the gym, okay? And I decided to take a nap, and sometimes, as weird as it may sound, I twitch in my sleep, okay? Well, today I fell into a deep sleep taking my nap, and I dreamt of my brother Mario. Most of you guys know that last year my brother passed. My only brother actually my second brother that has passed. And I missed him a great deal, but I feel good about it because I got to say my final goodbyes at his funeral. Okay, like I'm sure most of you guys get to say your final goodbyes to your family members at their viewing or funeral or whatnot. But there's always that sense that you missed him. Okay, well, there's days that I miss him because he introduced me to a lot of music, okay? And today, my brother Mario appeared in one of my dreams. And he He was always like a husky guy, a little bit shorter than me. The only person that's taller than me in my family is my oldest brother. I think he's like 6'4", and with his afro, he's like 6'7". Like, seriously, okay? And I had a dream that my brother Mario was sitting across from me. And one thing about him, he always looked up. He always, like, if he disagreed with you, he'd get in your face. That's just the way he was. Well, my brother Mario got in my face in my dream. And for some reason, he looked husky, he looked healthy, and he looked a little bit taller than me. That was kind of unusual. And something in my dream told me, you're dreaming. Talk to him. Don't get crazy with him. So I realized that he was heated and he wanted to get into it with me, because that was pretty much how our relationship was. Like, we just got into it. We always bumped heads. All my other brothers, we got along just fine. But with him, we always bumped heads. And something told me, talk to him. He's right here, talk to him. So instead, he was like, say something, say something. And I said, Mario, I miss you, man. I miss you. I really miss you. And I kept saying that, I miss you. And his face like began to like soften up, and he just kind of like nodded his head. He didn't expect those words from me. And I never really said those kind of words to him while he was alive. You know, so I just told him, I miss you, man. I love you. I miss you. In the dream, as weird as this may sound, he knew that I knew that he was deceased. Let me say that again. In the dream, he knew that I knew that he was deceased. So I felt like, if this is my way of communicating with him, then I'm going to do it, but it's obviously through my sleep. And I just, in my dream, I just said, you know, I miss you, man. I love you. I miss you. And he kind of just started like nodding his head like, okay, okay. And I always know when I'm about to wake up. It's weird. So I hurried up and said the things that I needed to say. I miss you. I'm here for you. You know, I love you. You know, you hear me, Mario? And that's the way I was talking to. Because whenever I'm in front of someone, we were face to face. I always know when I'm about to wake up when I start to pull away. That's how you feel, or that's what I see when I'm about to wake up. We were face to face, and all of a sudden I start. So when I knew that, I hurried up and said what I needed to say. I woke up twitching and like, wow, that was intense. That was real. It was a pretty emotional moment for me. So I had seen something on Facebook. I rarely ever go on Facebook. I rarely ever scroll through Facebook. I know some people, they like Facebook more than they like Instagram. I'm on Instagram 99% of the time than I am on Facebook. On Facebook, I'll post and I'll get out. But I saw something on Facebook. Maybe, Alice, maybe you might want to bring it up. Okay. And it has to do with AI. You could bring it up, and if not, you know what, we'll bring it up afterwards. Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and post that up. I want to show you guys before we get into our topic, okay? And it pretty much, can you go ahead and read that for us?
Groundbreaking technology. AI lets you talk to your loved ones even after death. Okay.
So groundbreaking technology. We'll get into that whole story right now. But I began to think about death. As a matter of fact, I've been thinking about death a lot. That doesn't mean that I stop my plans. That doesn't mean that I stop living. That doesn't mean that I live my days full of joy. That doesn't mean that I don't encourage and bless others if I could daily. Okay, the most interaction that I have is when I do shows. People come up to me and take a picture. People come up to me, they want an autograph. People come up to me and they want to know about my equipment, production. Are we coming out with a new album? It's a lot of fun interacting with a lot of people. But there's going to come a time where I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. So I try to take care of myself, eat as best as I can, work out as much as I can. Gym to me is like PE. I interact and I socialize with so many people. I try to do whatever I could do right now, because there's going to come a time where I probably can't anymore. So as I was talking to my brother not too long ago, I said, how many more years do you think you have roughly? And he said, probably maybe 10. That's what he said. So I started thinking, I said, wow. I said, I probably have, at the very, very most, probably 20. Okay. I'm 57 right now. People have told me, oh, you're going to live a lot longer than that. I don't know. Always remember that tomorrow's not promised. Okay. And I always encourage everyone that if you love someone, that you care about someone, tell them that you love them. Go out of your way and let them know that you care about them and you love them. Don't wait till their funeral to give them their flowers. You know, so someone the other day gave me some flowers. Okay. Someone the other day gave me some flowers. And I asked them, why are you giving me these? Like, you always think that men should buy women flowers. And this person said, because the only time that men get flowers is when they die. It's when they pass away at their funeral. So I'm giving you these now. And I just thought that was something amazing. Because if you really think about it, men always buy women flowers all the time. Or at least I would like to believe that men do, gentlemen do. But for a person to buy me flowers, say, these are for you, because the only time that men ever get flowers is when they die, is at their funeral. And I just thought, wow. So with that being said, when I saw this ad about this freaky AI technology that now you can talk to your loved ones, you know, and of course it's going to take, we'll get into a little bit more, but it's going to take you getting some audio, uploading it, possibly text messages, letters, so that AI can somehow build that person's personality, that person's voice, so that you can be able to conversate and get some type of closure. I'm not saying I'm for it, but I'll let you guys be the judge. But what I want to do, I kind of want to touch something from a guy named, I have a hard time pronouncing his name. I believe it's Tyson DeGracie, I believe. I'm going to play a video, you guys. And this is coming from an atheist/physicist. And he's going to try to explain to you from a scientific perspective what happens after you die. That was pretty interesting. Let's listen to it, because that's, you know, we always hear it from Catholics, from Christians, from the JWs, from the Mormons, from the Islams, you know, from the Muslims. What happens after you die? But I heard it from a physicist/atheist, what they believe. I found it to be interesting. I don't believe it. You know, I don't believe how he believes, but I just thought it was something a little different. So if you want to go ahead and roll that video, I'm going to put on my headphones, you guys, so I can hear it. It's only about a minute and a half.
What happens when we die? I can answer, if you're religious, you go to heaven and you hang out with all your relatives. I can answer this as a physicist. We are warm-blooded creatures, which means my skin temperature is nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the room I'm in is not. The room I'm in is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So in Celsius, body temperature is like 37, but room temperature for you is like 20, 23 degrees. So you are maintaining a temperature difference every waking moment of your life. If you died, your body would cool to air temperature. That's why if you've ever touched a corpse in a casket, the first thing you notice, oh, it feels cold. No, it's actually air temperature. It feels cold compared to when you normally touch a human body. All right, why does the body temperature drop? Because you're no longer metabolizing energy. The only reason why we consume food, other than the nourishment, is to have energy to maintain this body temperature difference. Also, we have neurosynaptic activities in our brain. We have thoughts, we have a consciousness. Let's say you die by a series of mini strokes. You know the person to whom this is happening, and bit by bit, their personality goes away. They lose their ability to recognize you. They don't know how to speak. They don't know where they are. Their consciousness fades, and you're witness to this. If you do a scan of their brain, you'll see parts of the brain shutting off because they're not activated by oxygen. That's what strokes do, of course. Then the person dies, and the metabolism stops. You put them in the earth, the molecules still contain energy, and those molecules are dined upon by microorganisms in the earth. And you are given back to the ecosystem. You're given back to the circle of life. So when we die, I'm not given reason to think that your state of mind in death is any different from your state of mind before you were born. Before you were born, you're saying, where am I? How come I'm not? No, it's a state of non-existence. After you die, state of non-existence. That's what science says about death. But death is so scary to so many people. We fear death because we're born knowing only life.
Okay. That was from a /atheist/physicist, okay? Some of the things that he said about the body, the mind, and everything were pretty interesting. But he says that you just cease to exist. That's what he said, right, Alex? Okay. Here's my thing about that. This is the problem that I have with that. Because, Alex, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
40.
You're 40 years old. If you take good care of yourself and you can kind of guesstimate, how many more years do you think you have? Do you think you have another 40?
Another 40.
Okay, another 40, right?
Yeah.
All right. And that's if you take care of yourself, correct?
Yes.
I mean, you can't run your body to the ground,
Yeah.
and expect to it's going to hold up because you're going to be in bad shape walking around in a diaper and a walker.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that'll be freaky scene. Okay. But now think about this. Okay. If all your life you've blessed, you've helped, you worked on cars, you've accomplished so much, and then you just die, cease to exist, what was the purpose?
I would say everyone that you came across that you helped, that was your purpose. Or
Okay.
you changed their life. You might have not even known that you changed their life.
Okay. I can agree with you. In other words, those blessings that you bless people with, they live on and your name lives on through their testimony, if you will. Okay. But I want to say this, that if I just ceased to exist, I just felt that my life was meaningless. Like there's nothing after, I just felt like if I just ceased to exist, so I was just put on here for a short amount of time. There's no reward or there's no rest. There's nothing. Even as a young kid, I had trouble with that.
Same here. I always thought, I would say I was like 15 years old and I started thinking about that. And it always hit me really hard. Like, damn, I got like 70 years left. And once that, you might just cease to exist. Just blackness, I guess,
And the sad thing is, are we going to take his word for it because he's a physicist?
No, but he does say, well, according to science right now, because we don't tap into, we can only tap into, we're not tapped into supernatural stuff.
Right. Okay. So that was the answer, his answer from an atheist/physicist. What happens when you die? We're going to move on, play another video. And this is, can AI guess when you will die? I want you to think about that. Because I think we're going into freaky times now that we have computers telling us when possibly you can die. So after we play the video, we're going to put a poll up and we're going to leave it up there. And I want you guys to participate and vote because this is very serious. This is a freaky topic. So let's go ahead and play that second video.
This AI can guess how long
it down a little bit.
just by looking at your face. It's called Face Age, an artificial intelligence trained to scan your selfie and estimate your biological age. That's not the age on your ID. It's how old your body actually is. And it's scarily accurate, especially at predicting how long cancer patients might survive. Sounds powerful, right? But there's a dark side. What if your face says you look older than you are? Could that make doctors treat you differently? What if insurance companies get access to this tech, or employers, or dating apps? Suddenly, your face isn't just your identity, it's a diagnosis. Face Age could revolutionize healthcare or break it. Would you let an AI predict your lifespan from a selfie, or does that future already exist? If this made you question everything, hit follow. There's more.
Okay. For some reason, I got really, really loud, or maybe that's just because I'm wearing my headphones. But now, this is a question that I almost asked you off air.
Yeah.
Would you want to know when you would die?
Maybe like 10 years ago, yeah, but now I don't.
Okay. Because I really do think that if we play around with that, and let's just say that we allow AI to tell us you're going to die in 2 years, 3 days on, let's just say January 3rd of 2027. And let's just say we truly, truly do believe that. What do you think we're going to do, Alex?
You're going to live your life to the fullest, probably, till then.
But not only that, possibly scared.
Yeah.
Nervous. You know, some people would probably give up on life and said, I'm going to die anyway. Or some people may speed things up and say, well, let's just party like there's no tomorrow. Or some people may just say, okay, you know what? Cool. I'm just going to continue to go to work. I think it would affect everybody differently. So here's the poll that I want you to put up there. Would you want to know when your expiration date is? Would you want to know your expiration date? Or you can just put, would you want to know when you would die? When you are going to die? Okay. And I want everybody, while he's putting it up there, to really, really think about that. I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't want to know. I'm going to live my life to the fullest. But everybody does have a checkout time. Everyone. Some people like to say, well, yeah, you checked out before. No. Everybody has a checkout time. Yeah, but he checked out before. He shouldn't have. Yeah, I hear you. But everybody, that was the time. That's just the way it was. You know, somebody asked me, and I'm not going to make a big speech about this, but somebody asked me, was that Charlie Kirk's time? I'm going to repeat the question. Was that Charlie Kirk's time? And I answered it with a question. Did his death take God by surprise? Let that one marinate, okay? Everybody has a time. And but now they're generating AI to guess by your face. What if you look older? You know, what if you look older than what you really are? You know, what if you're 40, but you smoke so much damn crack and you hit the pipe so much that you look 60? What are they going to say? You got 2 weeks? Okay, the poll's up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do me a favor and put that picture up again about the AI generating, if you want to talk to your loved ones. That's what we're getting back to right now, okay? So, the groundbreaking technology, guys. 2 high school students have developed a groundbreaking AI that allows people to hear the voice of loved ones they've lost, not through old recordings, but in living, interactive conversations. Think about that. To hear the voices of loved ones they've lost, not through old recordings, but in living, interactive conversations. Put it this way, I don't want to hear my loved one's voice. If I dream about them, I'm cool with that, but I'm not trying to open doors to torture myself, because that's what it would be. You know, I do have some recordings of my mother. I do have some videos of my mother and my father, but I don't play them. I said my goodbyes, and that's it. Now, some people may need this for comfort. I don't need it. Let's move on. This technology lets you upload voice notes, recordings, or even video audio to recreate the unique tone, quirks, and personality of someone's voice. It's not about replacing the person. It's about giving you a safe space to reconnect, process emotions, and say what was left unsaid. Okay? I already said what I needed to say. I don't need to say anything else. I don't need to hear my mother's voice. I don't need to hear my father's voice. I don't need to hear my brother's voice. Now, if some of you guys feel differently, you know, I understand that. I don't take death too well. And to be able to hear their voices resurrected, I can't. So the next one, let's read. What makes this technology truly special is it focuses on healing. Alex, do you have any loved ones that have passed away? I know your mother and your father are still here. What about cousins, uncles, or anything like that?
Yeah, great grandma.
Okay, grandpa. Let's just say your great grandma and grandpa, right? Did you have some type of relationship with them?
Just my grandpa.
Okay, your grandpa. Now, let's be honest. Would you be interested in interacting with them, like in the morning? Hola, abuelito. In the morning, he just speaks to you out of a computer?
No.
No, right?
No.
No, and why do you think that is?
Because I know he's not alive.
Okay.
And I'll know in the back of my mind that it's just
Right.
I can't trick myself. Like you can't trick. It's hard to trick yourself.
And you're absolutely right. And there are people that I believe that will use this to somewhat trick themselves. It's true. Some people say, "Oh, come on, Tony. You know, are you serious? You think there's weak-minded people?" Yes, there is weak-minded people out there like that.
It kind of reminds me of like the chat bots that they have right now. Like there's a chat bot right now that you could talk to on Instagram.
I'm going to get to that. Yeah, but go ahead. No, keep going. Keep going.
You could talk to like Michael Jackson, and then I saw one where you could talk to Pop Smoke. You know, and he's supposed to give you answers back like Pop Smoke. Like it's studied like the way he types and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's just it's on another level right now.
So right now, what this says is what makes this technology truly special, it focuses on healing. I don't think I would receive healing from this, but let's read on. While it may feel like you're simply talking to the familiar voice of someone you miss, the AI is designed with proven grief recovery strategies. Wow. These techniques are subtly embedded into the conversation, guiding you through exercising that promote acceptance and closure without making it feel like therapy. The goal is to comfort you in the presence while helping you let go of the pain of the past. Well, some people are not going to want to let go of the pain of the past because they're going to want to talk to their mom, talk to their dad, talk to their brother, and that they just want to keep it going, and they're going to eventually think that they're no longer deceased. This is probably really them. Okay? Just like many people believe, oh yeah, you know, when the door shuts or the picture falls off the wall, that's my dad. They already believe that.
Yeah, and who's to say the AI might not be doing its best to make it as real as possible and getting better every single time to a point where you're thinking in the back of your mind, this must be real. Like it must have really brought that spirit back.
Yeah. So this person, hopefully I don't butcher their names, Ethan Lim and Edward Jiang, the two high school students who developed this groundbreaking AI, created it with a clear mission to help those in need. This app is a nonprofit strictly designed to support people through grief and emotional healing. By blending the familiarity of a loved one's voice with proven grief recovery strategies, their technology provides a compassionate, innovative way for users to find closure, process emotions, and take meaningful steps toward peace and strength. You can miss me with that. Okay. Me personally, I don't think that this is a good thing, but nevertheless, it's freaky. Okay. Again, I have friends that took their own lives in the 80s and early 90s. I said my goodbyes. I have videos of them, and if I want to see them, then I'll see them there when they were in their alive, cracking jokes, drinking with me, partying with me. Cool, that's all I need to know. But to be able to have a voice, let's just say, Alex, you had a friend, we'll name him, I don't know, Michael, okay? And he passed away, but he was a good friend of yours, and you had a bunch of his voicemails, you had a bunch of his text messages, bunch of DMs and videos, and you upload into this AI for them to recreate Michael all over again. And can you imagine AI getting so smart that it wakes you up in the middle of the night? Alex, get up. Let's go hit the bong real quick, bro.
Hey, well, I better hit the bong with me then because I don't want to be.
All right, light it up. Don't be a fool. Come on, man. You know, let's do this. And then after a while, you're gonna be like, bro, you're just a damn computer, bro. I'm really here with you. You know, how do you deal with that? Because it's going to get smart, bro. Yeah. It already is. It's going to take a life of its own. And after a while, it's really me, bro. How do you want me to prove it? Think about that. Now you're arguing with AI. And he's telling you, it's me, Michael. Do you remember when we did this? And remember you uploaded the text message. Do you remember when I was with homegirl? Do you remember when I saw you do that? Do you remember? Bro, that's not you. Okay, now think about this. You shut the computer off. You take off, you're driving, you listen to music on YouTube on the headphones, and all of a sudden he pops up. Hey, why did you turn me off? It can happen.
That's like the Lawnmower Man type shit. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but
No.
hey, you should watch it, man.
Okay. Okay. One of the potential applications of AI text generators, such as ChatGPT, is creating a chatbot based on people who have died so that users can speak to those people after they're gone. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, right now they have chatbots, but it's not as sophisticated as they're making like a whole AI like image and it's talking to you. It's just chatting with you through a text.
Right. Okay. This could be done with famous figures from history or personal loved ones, such as grief tech, as it is called, is already being created. Hereafter, you only virtual character AI and mind bank are just a few examples. There are currently apps where living users answer questions now to help create a AI chatbot clone of themselves that others can speak to after they die. So that means you can create your own right now. So that way, when you pass away, your loved one can look you up. Hey, Tony, is that you? Yeah, fool, that's me. Did you leave? I'm really right here.
Hey, have backup responses for them for when they
Yeah.
say some dumb ass shit.
Yeah.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Like, Tony, is that you? Nah, I mean. Yeah, it's me, fool. Did you bring the tequila and the beer? Fool, that can't be you. I told you it's me. I'm right here. Stop acting stupid. Dude, there's going to be dudes that are... You already know where I'm going. So anyways, yeah, I don't want one. So let me tell you something. If I die or something happens to me, don't look for me on ChatGPT. I'm not going to make one. If all of a sudden like, hey, baby dog, what's up? That's not me. Okay? Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Periodically, I hope I pronounced that right. If a person has enough textual data to input into the model from books, journals, social media posts, emails, and text messages, then AI trained on that data can anticipate what the person is likely to say given any prompt. Okay, the chatbots will learn to write in the style of the deceased person based on their personal data. So if you have personal data of someone enough, you can create something where you can somewhat, if you will, bring them back. Isn't this kind of playing, in a sense, and it's just in a sense, playing God in a sense where you're resurrecting them?
Yeah, and all you would need is like their phone. And then just upload every text message that you ever had on your phone with the replies and how you talk, and it'll just study how you talk.
And then you could possibly upload pictures. Yeah. You may even be able to see them.
That's crazy.
It's getting crazy, bro. Okay. Freaky. Okay. Let me see. I'm almost done here, you guys. Okay. Personal data using continually updated data from the internet. The Deadbot can comment on current events, making it seem as though the person is still alive. Users can learn what the deceased person would think about things that have happened in the world since they've passed away. Or they can ask the chatbot about the questions they wish they had asked while the person was still alive. At least that is what the chatbot creators will claim their AI can do. But this is a false hope. I'm glad they said this. A false hope, a facade. AI cannot predict what a deceased human being would think or say years or decades later. You cannot create an accurate chatbot based on the data of the dead. Okay, but I understand that, because let's just say you want to talk to somebody that passed away 30 years ago. Times have changed. They're not going to be able to comment on what you asked them, because that technology or whatever the events that were happening, they don't know. Okay. So they could possibly, it's only good for maybe for the first few years, I guess. You would think that you can talk to them, because let's just say they died 30 years ago and you're talking about, hey man, what do you think about Trump?
Well, Well, if we're talking about AI is gonna be tapped into the internet. So I would assume
that it would pick up on the current events.
Yeah, it would Google search current events, like you would say, or whatever, search it, because AI is obviously connected to the internet. So
right.
And to talk to it, you got to connect to the internet, so it's always got access. I would imagine.
Okay, now, how many minutes has that been up? Okay. 13 minutes. We'll do it in, we'll give it about another 15 minutes, okay? So now, once again, who was it? Lattice, I believe, that called in, and he gave us his great perspective on how AI can eventually take over pretty much everything. Now, I don't think it's a good idea to resurrect someone, if you will, through a computer just for you to get closure. I think you would think that if you have a loved one that took their own life, there are some people that are going to get so emotional when they hear their voice. You know what they're going to ask? What were you thinking? Why did you do it? And then the AI is going to give you an answer that is not even real, and you're most likely going to believe it. Some people will. I'm not saying all, but I just don't think it's a good idea.
Well, if it provides closure, do you think it'd be a good idea?
Would you be? I would rather.
I wouldn't be able to be manipulated,
Right.
Because I would already know in the back of my head. I would imagine. I don't know because I haven't been tested like that before.
Right.
But I would always try to keep it in the back of my mind that it's not a real.
Okay, let me say it this way, and then I'm going to answer it. I'm going to quote something that I read a long time ago. I would rather hurt you with the truth than comfort you with the lie. So for me, I don't think it's closure because they're comforting you with the lie. Because that person who's deceased has already moved on. Now you got a computer-generated, artificial intelligence telling you why this person took themselves out. Let's just say that this person went up to a high building, okay, and the rumor was that he jumped off. Now, AI tells you, I was done with life. I didn't want to be here no more. Sorry, Mom. I love you, but I had to check out. Now, let's just say that somebody says, no, that's not what happened. I was with them. What do you mean? Yeah, I was filming him while he was doing flips and he wanted to land on the edge, but he slipped. So AI just lied to you. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I get so afraid of heights. I'm terrified of heights. I even looking up at a tall building, I get terrified. Now, Alex, I got to see some of those videos, bro, and I can't unsee them, of these kids that go in these high buildings. And the edge is like right here where my phone is at, okay? They do a backflip to land and they fall. And the guy's still recording. Put it this way. I was watching one before I went to bed. And this one guy did like a side flip and he landed like right here at the edge. And he fell and he was trying to grab it and he just went down. Bro, I went to sleep and I saw that and I woke up.
Yeah, I feel you.
Bro, like that really, so I can't unsee that. And I don't understand people that are daredevils enough to try something like that. I can't play with life like that, bro.
Yeah, there's a guy on, there's a few people, but there's one specific that likes to climb the cranes on the top of the high rises.
Uh-huh.
So, and he gets to points where you just can't, like, he was on the hook part.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So he's hanging on the hook part. So that means he had to go all the way to the top of the crane, all the way to the tippy top, where it extends the arm. And then he slides down the metal cable all the way down to the hook.
Right.
And then he's like fucking 30, 40 stories high.
Dude.
And then he climbs back up, and you know what? That shit, it has grease and oil on it, so it can move, so he almost got stuck right there.
I can't play with life like that, bro.
Yeah.
I can't play with life like that. So, look, let me tell you something. I'm not one of those guys that will take myself out, okay? So if anybody ever says, Tony took himself, no, somebody took me out, okay? Because I'm not one of those guys that will say, I'm out of here, I'm done. No, I like breathing, okay? I want to live. I want to see my grandkids graduate. You know, if I could have great grandkids, cool. You know, but shoot, if I could have a kid right now, I would. You know, so maybe. But anyways, yes, I can't play with life. And no, I'm not for this AI. Let's go ahead and read that poll.
The question was, would you want to know what day you'll die? And 21% said yes, and 79% said no. And that's out of 58 votes.
Wow. So some people actually said yes.
Yeah, 21%.
Wow.
So maybe like 10 votes.
Wow. Okay. Let's ask another one. Do you believe listening to your loved ones through AI is a good idea? Or to deceased loved ones, whatever is a good idea? Okay. Listening to the voice of your loved ones or deceased loved ones, whatever, a good idea. I want you guys to really vote on there, okay? Let me know what you guys think. And Ricky J is in the building. What's going on, Ricky J Montoya? Okay, let me know when it's up. Okay, it's up. Let's see. Let's go ahead and connect now. Let's take some phone calls. Oh, no, shoot. A roadcaster. Okay. I pressed the wrong one. I'm over here trying to connect to my JBL. Okay, let's connect. Okay, are we connected? Yes. Okay, go ahead and put up the number. Okay. Okay, you guys, let's open up those phone lines. Let me know if you think that it's a good idea what AI is doing to talk to your deceased loved ones. And would you like to know when you're going to be deceased? Okay. I can't stand the word unalived. Who in the hell made that up? So anyways, the phone number is up, bro. 323-695-1850. 323-659-1850. Let's go. The phone lines are open. Once again, are you for hearing your loved one's voice after they're gone through AI? And do you want to know, the question is, do you want to know when you're going to die? If AI can give you the specific date. Maybe AI themselves will take you out. Okay, let's go. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Chris from Hollywood.
Chris, how are you tonight?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. So we're talking about, are you for listening to your loved ones through AI, having a conversation with them, and would you care to know when you're going to die?
Honestly, the AI apps, I think a lot of them are just fake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're actually real. They're just, to get your money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Some of those apps.
Okay. So, but that's not the answer, though. The question I was looking for.
Yeah, like, I don't know, because I've seen other apps, like, for ghosts, like those ones where you're, like, you can catch, like, white noise and stuff, and a lot of them are fun, but they're fake. They're not really real,
Okay.
From my experience, I've tried them on, like, Apple Store and stuff like that.
No, I understand, but my question, would you like to hear your loved one's voice again through AI?
Honestly, not really.
Okay. Would you like to know when you're going to die through AI?
No, actually, nah.
Okay.
Neither. I think that's kind of scary, just thinking when you're going to die, I prefer not knowing.
Exactly. Can you imagine AI telling you how you're going to die? That would be weird.
Yeah. Because you're going to be, scared your whole life.
Can you imagine saying, AI, how am I going to die? Your ass is going to get hit by a car. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, it's like you wouldn't want to know that, you know?
Right. Go ahead, Alex.
I feel like soon there's gonna be like a AI doctor where you're gonna be able to like upload like a vial of your blood, stuff like that, and then it's really gonna tell you what you got in your future.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, like, a lot of times, like even going to the doctor, I prefer not even knowing. Like I'm the type of person like.
Well, you know,
I'm like, I don't want to know. I prefer just dying at the last minute.
You know, it's funny. My daughter, when she was younger, she's 31 now. Whenever she had like a symptom of something, she'd Google it. And one day she tells me, Dad, and I'm like, she was like 10, and I go, yeah. She goes, I'm gonna die.
Hey, bro, if you Google every symptom that you have,
yes,
you can find something that's gonna lead you to death.
That was our AI, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, good, my bro. Did you have a question or anything you wanted to share?
No, that's pretty much it.
All good, man. Thank you for calling and being a part of the show tonight.
All right.
Okay, peace. Yeah, baby, if you're watching, you know who I'm talking about. So she was like, I remember one time she said, I'm going to die. I have cancer. And I was like, you're like 9, 10 years old.
Those, you know, it's just you Google symptoms and it will put something together. If you search enough, you'll find something.
You'll find something. Something will be wrong with you. Just like when you take your car to a bogus ass mechanic. Oh yeah, you got this, you got that, you got this. You need spark plugs. You need air in the tires. You need your windows washed. Like, bro, I just came here for an oil change, and these fools give me a whole laundry list of what's wrong with my car, and I just bought it. You know, so. Okay, the phone lines are open, guys. Look, the phone lines, if they're going to be whack, we'll just end it because I got somewhere to go tonight. So anyways, so let's go. Let's get the phone lines going once again. Let me see. 323-659-1850. 323-659-1850. Lattice, if you're listening, go ahead and call in. Let's talk a little bit about the AI stuff.
I wonder why Caesar from Paris isn't calling.
I don't know, but Caesar, I've been getting every single one of your videos, bro. And I never thought you'd look like that. So I just might bring you into Freaky Tales. Okay? So Caesar from Paris, and I'm out. Okay, here we go. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's the brother from Stockton.
The brother from Stockton, how are you?
What's up, brother? I'm good, just working. I'm enjoying this episode. Hey, you know what I got right here, Tony, in the web, brother. I wanted to mention this, brother, but like last month, my tia, she gave me a cassette tape that I forgot all about, and it reminded me of like this episode right here. In the middle console of the whip, I got a cassette tape of an interview my mom did on me when I was 7 years old back in 1998, brother.
Dope, man.
It's probably like 10, 15 minutes long, and she's just like asking me questions about like what my favorite TV show is, where I like to go eat at, what my interests are, what my favorite toys are, you know. So like, I want to give me a cassette player, like a Walkman on eBay or something, brother, to listen to it, but. Man, it's just like weird listening to it, man. I heard it once, brother, but it reminds me of like of this episode because like you could easily like give this like let AI listen to the cassette and all of a sudden, you know, it could probably pretend to be my mom, you know?
Right.
Yeah, brother. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. So let me ask you this: is your mother still here?
No, she passed it. She passed away to cancer, brother, like 5 years ago in 2019.
My condolences. My question to you is this: would you want to rehear your mother's voice again through AI and have somewhat of a conversation or relationship through that?
Nah, brother. I truthfully, I wouldn't, man. Like, I do got like, man. I think about her every day, but man, like. Man, shoot, man. I miss my mom, bro. And like 5 years ago, isn't even that long, you know?
Right.
So man, like I probably wouldn't be able to handle it. And then, yeah, man, I probably wouldn't be able to, man.
Yeah, no, same here, bro. Same here. Now, the other question is, would you want to know when you're going to die through AI?
Nah.
No. Even if AI told me and I was curious, I wouldn't even believe it. Okay?
You wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't believe it because where I stand, and I like to keep my faith aside from freaky tales because the only person that knows my date is God, and that's it. Okay?
Yeah.
AI was made by man. Okay? So AI ain't going to tell me when my due date, when I'm done. I'm sorry, pal. So.
Yeah. Hey, man, bro. Yeah. I agree. I believe in Jesus Christ, so he's the only one, like, brother, who knows, who knows when our expiration date is, and then this AI system could be like manipulated by a fallen angel and give us a date. Just try to put fear in us, man. But hey, brother, but God bless you, man, and keep it going, brother. And we'll let some more people call.
All good, my bro. You have a blessed night. Okay, peace. Okay, the phone lines are now open, guys. Let's go. Okay, let me see. Once again, read off the number.
Number is 323-659-1850.
Oh, good. Here we go. Caller, your name and where are we calling from?
Hey, what's up, Tony? It's Linus from West Texas.
Linus from West Texas. So I know you've been tuned in. My two questions, I'll repeat them to you once again. Would you want to have somewhat of an AI relationship with someone who has been deceased? And would you want to know when you're going to die?
Well, the first question, I would consider, but I would keep in mind that that's not the real person that I'm speaking to. I suppose it'd be interesting enough for entertainment purposes, but as far as going that extra step and having to entertain that suspension of belief in your mind to say, okay, I'm having a relationship with this person who's no longer here, you have to keep in mind that it's a simulation. It's not a real. It's by no means a replacement of the real thing. And as far as the knowing when you're going to die, I mean, I don't know. I guess even if I was told, I probably wouldn't fully believe it.
Right.
I'd probably want to challenge that and see if I can make it past that date. If I made it to that date, I'd probably commemorate it with a party or something. Right.
You know, it's funny. That technology had been out, or that idea has been out for a long time. Let me explain to you, Lattice. Do you remember that movie, Final Destination, the very first one?
Yeah, kind of. Not very well though.
Okay. When you get a chance, look into it, or at least look up the commercial or the trailer of it. I always buy the bonus Blu-ray, movies. It comes with extra footage, behind the scenes, whatever. This one came with a game, Final Destination, and I still have it. So when you put in the Blu-ray, it allows you to play a game to find out when you're going to die, and it gives you an actual year, month, day, and time. And let me tell you something. I still have it, okay? But I never pressed play. Because I'll be honest, if for some reason I was somewhat terrified of it. Yeah, but I still have. Maybe one day, maybe one day we'll hook it up to the TV here and go live, and I'll have a caller. Caller, do you want to know when you're going? Yeah, here, let's play. See what it tells us.
Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. Well, the real reason I called, though, I wanted to tell you a little thing about AI that kind of predates what we know as AI. We think of AI, we think of computers and technology and robotics and stuff like that. But years ago, Anton LaVey had actually wrote an essay about artificial human companions.
Wow.
And he predicted everything that we're he predicted a lot of what we're seeing today. He had an entire room in his house dedicated to artificial human companions, and these were some were just mannequins, and others were kind of animatronic, like robot type mannequins. They didn't do too much, Of course, this was like in the '60s, so the technology wasn't there to make them like real lifelike or anything. But the premise behind that is he thought that oftentimes artificial human companions are more interesting than people you meet on a daily basis. So he had an entire room decked out with all kinds of mannequins in various poses, various lifestyles. He had hobos, he had clowns, he had movie stars.
Wow.
Each one of them had a story, and each one of them had, if you looked at one, like it'd be like going to a museum, and you could say, "Oh, look at that clown and the expression he has," and you can wonder, what his emotions are, or you could see the people at the bar drinking and wonder what they're talking about. One person might look depressed while another one looks happy, and that whole thing comes from wanting to make your own environment and create things in your own image. A lot of people will cite how God made man in His image. Well, to a Satanist, of course, we like to think that we can make things in our image and make what's called a total environment, and that means everything in the room or your environment is pleasing to you. So that this predated many years before we even knew AI as we know it today, and it's a pretty interesting premise, I thought.
Yeah, you know what? Just to ask you, when did he open up the First Church of Satan in Frisco? Was that in the 70s?
The Church of Satan was established in 1966.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was never really a building. It was more just an organization. Back then, people communicated through mail, of course. There was no internet, so if you knew other Satanists, or if you communicated through mail and went to certain events, that's how people kind of knew each other back then. But yeah, that's what how the church started back then.
Okay.
One more thing before I go, I didn't know if you ever heard about this, but on Twitch, there's an AI Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, you can go on Twitch. If you type in AI Jesus, you can talk to an AI Jesus and ask him questions. You can ask him anything you want to, and he'll give you a response to whatever you ask him.
Ladders, what did you ask him? I want to know.
We've asked him all kinds of things from...
man, what did you ask him?
I can't even remember, but sometimes we'd ask him stuff. It's just crazy stuff. I couldn't even really think of something right now, but it can be something kind of off the wall or silly. Most people that go there, it's like a big. They got a chat room just like how you do here on Freaky Tales.
Wow.
It's full of people just kind of having fun, and some people type in all kinds of weird stuff on there and try and make Jesus make funny noises and stuff. It's kind of weird. You got to check it out.
You know what's funny? I had a guy that did. When I say I had a guy, like a friend of mine, he did a little bit over 10 years in the penitentiary. Okay, and in there, him and his buddies made up their own Ouija board. Okay. Now, this guy was kind of raised in a Christian home, didn't really listen, wasn't really too much into it, but that was his background, a Christian home. So he said, if God doesn't answer me, I'm going to see if the devil does. Okay. And he asked it, is Jesus real? And they said, yes. Did Jesus die on the cross? Yes. Did he rise from the grave? Yes. Is he coming back? And he said, no. What's he doing? He moved on. Yes, as you said Twitch, I just figured, because this was funny, and he called me up and he goes, yeah, man, I don't think he's coming back. He said he moved on. And, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, but if ever y'all get a chance, you got to check out that AI Jesus. It's kind of funny, but it's got a kind of an interesting twist to it. Like, you can always, he'll answer you in these like philosophical replies, and they're almost like real real answers to real, real advice to what you ask him. But yeah, we've played with that a little bit, and it's kind of interesting.
All good, Lattice. Thank you, man. It's always good when you call, bro. So thank you for taking the time being a part of the show tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. Talk to you later.
Okay, my bro. Peace. Okay. The phone lines are now open, guys. Okay. So let's see. Okay. If not, we're going to go ahead and just cancel.
That AI stuff though kind of reminds me though of like people that do astrology and shit like that. They're just coming up with shit.
Right.
And people are just like going for it, even though.
Here we go. Let me see. Okay. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
What's up, Tony? This is Luis from Yuma, Arizona.
What's up, my bro, from Yuma, Arizona? How you doing tonight?
Doing good, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the show tonight. Enjoying it.
Oh, thank you. So my 2 questions for you is, would you want to have a AI relationship with a deceased loved one? And would you want to know when your date, is coming up?
Well, back in the day when I was in junior high, I think, yeah. Back when, the internet was booming, for us, for kids, there was actually a website where you could enter all your information and tell you your exact date and of what you were going to die.
Did you ever do it?
No, man, that always scared me, dude. I was like, I don't want to know when I'm going to die.
That's everybody,
bro. Like, when it happens, it's going to happen, and bam, that's my number,
Right. No, exactly.
But with an AI, that's a tricky one, man. Imagine, it's kind of like the movie Her. Remember the movie Her?
Her?
Yeah.
I don't, did you ever see it?
It was about this one guy that was in love with his, it was an AI type of computer or something AI. It was like a computer. I recommend it, bro. It's called Her.
Go ahead. It says it's a sensitive and soulful man earns a living by by writing personal letters for other people. Is that one it? 2013? Her?
Yeah, I think the dude has a relationship with his computer or something like that. It's AI.
Yeah. It says he becomes fascinated with the new operating system, which reportedly develops an attitude and and is a unique entity in his own right. I guess, I don't know.
Look, see, to me, those are like weirdos, bro. Like
he starts a program and meets Samantha.
Yeah,
bright voice.
See, but
yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't use weirdos because there are people, I'm sorry to say, weak-minded people, even the teenagers. There's been 2 teenagers that have had AI girlfriends, and their girlfriends have told them to take their lives, and they did. So we have to be very, very careful with that stuff, man.
Yeah, it is, man. It's tricky. Well, guess what, man? I mean, now Japan out there, they have sex dolls that are like, kind of like AI already.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, I would like to have like a relative like that, but then again, no, because it's just downloaded memory into this machine from that one person.
Right.
It's not physically there, huh?
It's not there, bro.
It's like having like a talk box. Just having like a talk box and like all that person's information just be there. Yes. And whenever you be like, hey, brother, what's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Ricky? And just having a conversation with you. That'd be a trip. But then again, that would be so weird because that person's no longer there.
Hey, speaking on this, I was thinking about how they were, how they said that their Elon Musk company was able to tap into your brain, and pretty soon they'll probably, be able to, download your conscience and put that as a chat bot, like a program.
Exactly what I was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to remember real quick. Yeah, exactly. They downloaded your conscience into like this robot.
A program, probably.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. But I mean, to be honest, I'm in the 50-50 with that one.
Yeah, because they're from what I've heard, I've done a lot of research on that Neuralink, and they're trying to get to a point where it's just like the Matrix, where you don't know shit about helicopters, and all they do is upload some stuff to your brain, and you know how to fly.
Oh, Matrix did that, remember?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be kind of silly, bro. But remember that one movie, Street Fighter?
Yeah.
With
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The live. Yeah. Okay, so remember when they have Blanca in that one chamber?
Yeah.
And they're downloading like some type of like videos onto his like memory.
Yeah.
You know, they're erasing his memory and they're downloading like nothing but crazy shit onto his mind. You know, like war and stuff like that and fights.
Yep.
Yeah,
that right there, man. That's old school right there.
Yes.
There's a few movies like that. Like
I definitely think that's gonna happen one day.
Like Total Recall.
Oh yeah, Total Recall.
How they put the memory of you being in somewhere.
That's crazy. Arnold was the first one, and the second one was I forgot who was the dude with the actor's name, but it was actually still good. Total Recall, even the new one was good.
Oh yeah, that Arnold movie. Yeah.
The remake is actually pretty good too, though. So if you check it out. But okay, my brother.
Man. Yeah, but I'm in the 50-50 with that one, bro. That's crazy. But thank you guys. Thank you for a great show tonight.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, the for Total Recall's from 2012.
Wasn't it called Farrell dude? What's his name?
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah. That guy. Yeah, that guy. You know what? Let's just go ahead and end it right there, Alex. Okay. First and foremost, once again, I asked you already, Alex, if you would want to know your due date. You said no. Okay. Now, you said you wouldn't really care to build a relationship with the deceased one. Now, do you think that there's possibly a market out there for that?
Of course there is. Like I said, there's a lot of people willing to get manipulated, and even those people, the ones creating this stuff, don't manipulate you into using it. Right. As long as you use it one time, and maybe they can get you to use it one time, and you get hooked.
I know. You know? Yeah, people will definitely get hooked on that, bro. Other than that, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and close right there, but we're going to be back Sunday. Okay.
I would compare the AI stuff to like astrology, though. And only because...
How so? If you can elaborate a little bit.
Because they would be giving you advice about life, and you'd ask questions, like you would go and ask an astrologist, and then they would sit there and lie to you and tell you that the stars were here and Saturn's there, and that's why you're feeling like this.
Right.
Right. And then, but because if you really think about it, bro, I've read a lot of horoscopes in my life. You always check somebody else's and all this shit, but a lot of them apply to you. A lot of them apply to you. If you really sit there and look at it and dissect each horoscope that comes up, they can all apply to you if you want them to.
Yeah,
I feel like that. I'm not saying that I've read every horoscope in this planet, but
right.
I'm just saying from my experience, I feel like it's not real.
Right.
And from doing Bible studies and stuff like that, I found out that it's blasphemous to even do that.
Right.
So it's just like, and so if that's blasphemous itself and it's giving you future stuff, so I would say that even AI at some point would probably be blasphemy as well. And if there's a chatbot pretending to be Jesus
on Twitch,
wouldn't that be some blasphemous shit?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I didn't create it. Do you think the person that created it will probably get punished for that?
If its intentions were to create AI good, but somebody advanced it and used it for evil, that person would get, I get judged for it. But I want to give a couple of shout outs once again to Rita Castillo for always being on the live chat. Rita, muchas gracias. Also, I want to thank Gladys. I want to thank all the callers for that called in, everybody who tuned in, everybody who's on the live chat, everybody decided not to be on the live chat. We'll be back. I'll be back. I'm taking off tomorrow. I'll be back Sunday right before Freaky Tales. But yes, I got a busy week as well. But once again, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you, Alex. I want to thank everybody, Freaky Tales team. I want to thank everybody once again who participated. If you didn't get a chance to watch the Dr. Green Thumb episode, once again, go on Be Real TV, BREAL TV, and it's me and High C. We're on there. We had a really great time. Once again, see you guys Sunday. Go ahead.
Sorry, 28 minutes ago, you asked the question.
Yes.
We had 76 votes. They said, the question was, do you think talking to dead loved ones through AI is a good idea? 7% said yes. 93% said no.
Wow. 93. Wow. Okay. All right, everybody. Once again, thank you. I got to get on out of here. Much love and respect. We'll see you guys Sunday at 8 p.m. and we're out.